Hello, people of YouTube land, those that part of the Cringe Crew gaming community Discord, those that follow Ted and I on Twitch, and those that are listening to this on Spotify or wherever we decide to put this on. I am Traductus.
And I'm Ted.
And this is the Cringe Crew gaming movie review podcast. And god damn it, I almost did not mess that up. Almost. And this is a podcast where we take a director's filmography and we review every movie one after another. And we are finally done with Tarantino until he decides to make another movie, which apparently is not going to be The Movie Critic. It's going to be something else, which we predict is probably going to be a remake of either Death Proof or Jackie Brown, because that seems to be the only two movies he hasn't kind of remade yet.
True.
Hopefully it's Jackie Brown.
Anything but fucking Death Proof, dude.
Please, for the love of God, Tarantino, Jackie Brown, not not Death Proof. Although I think it would be really funny if he actually decides to finish that, a shit. There's a movie that ended up becoming a lot of the dialogue became Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction that he filmed but never finished. And this was kind of a quote unquote student. It would have been a student film, but it was no budget, just him fucking around with his friends. If he decides to finish that and release it and that's his last film, that would just be hilarious. But anyway, today, as you can see, we are reviewing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So we're going to go into background, and then Ted's going to go into plot. We're going to go into likes and dislikes. And then we are going to go in the rankings.
And then burn the fucking lists.
Yeah. Note to self, do not watch multiple Tarantino films one right after another.
Oh,
it gets kind of monotonous. That being said, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a 2019 comedy drama film. Okay. Obviously directed by Quentin Tarantino. Was the first movie of his to not be distributed by the Miramax since Tarantino ended his partnership with the Weinsteins after the sexual abuse allegations against Harvey Weinstein. So finally, finally, Tarantino's just like, wow, I'm actually going to take the high road here and, distance myself from this guy. Even though you figured, Uma Thurman going up to him and complaining about, Harvey Weinstein, and it came to the point where Tarantino had to tell Harvey to, leave Uma Thurman alone and not be on his set for, the entire duration of filming, would have been a red flag, but oh well, I guess better late than never. Anyway, released May 21st, 2019 at the Cannes Film Festival, then July 26, 2019 in the United States, and August 24th, 2019 in the United Kingdom. Had a budget of $90 to $96 million and had a box office return of $377.6 million. Now, background. Well, I guess we'll go into the cast. We have Rick Dalton, and Rick Dalton is a actor that's based off of a couple of different actors, including ironically enough, Steve McQueen, who ends up being a person that Rick Dalton says took one of his roles. But one of the TV series Bounty Law, which Rick Dalton was supposed to be supposedly a part of, was inspired by a real life Western series called Wanted Dead or Alive, starring Steve McQueen. That person is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. The other person is Cliff Booth, who is loosely based off of various stuntmen, such as Gary Kent, who made a film at the Spawn Ranch where while the Manson family lived there, and also professional wrestler and two-time national judo champion Gene LaBelle, which we will get into Gene LaBelle's Gene LaBelle when we get into when we get into the infamous scene that involves a portrayal of Bruce Lee in this. That being said, other people that are in this, Trudy Frazier, played by Julia Butters. Her character is basically inspired by Jodie Foster. We also have Marvin Schwartz, played by Al Pacino. See, we also have Michael Madsen's in this as as like a character Sheriff Hackett. See, everybody else kind of doesn't matter. Then we have like the historical characters. We have Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate, and Margot Robbie made it out of her way not to consult Roman Polanski about portraying Tate, but instead ended up reading his autobiography in preparation for the role, and also saw Sharon Tate's last movie, The 13 Chairs, for the role. Also, Sharon Tate's family actually saw this movie and congratulated Margot Robbie for doing a good job of portraying their deceased family member. Let's see. What the hell kind of list is that? They don't even show half of these people. They don't even show like who's. Oh, that's character details. No wonder why I'm screwed up here. Okay, there we go. Emil Hirsch as Jay Sebring, who's a friend of Sharon Tate's that was also murdered by the Manson family in real life. We'll get into like changes from real life into this movie. We have Austin Butler as Charles Tex Watson, a member of the Manson family. We also have Margaret Qualley as Pussycat, whose real name is Ruth Ann Morehouse, also a member of the Manson family. Dakota Fanning as Lynette Squeaky Frum, who's a Manson of the family that is best known for trying to assassinate Gerald Ford. Bruce Dern as George Spahn, the guy that owned the ranch that the Manson family lived on. We have Mike Moe as Bruce Lee. We have Luke Perry in his last role as Wayne Maunder. Damian Lewis as Steve McQueen. Raphael Zaveruchka as Roman Polanski, even though Roman Polanski's only in one freaking scene. Samantha Robinson as Abigail Folger, one of the victims of the Manson family murders. We have Damon Harriman as Charlie Manson, Lena Dunham as Manson family member Catherine Gypsy Cher. We have Madison Beatty as Katie, whose real name is Patricia Diane Krenwinkel. Basically, one of like the main three that you saw like in the trials. And then we have Mikey Madison as Susan Atkins, whose family member name was Sadie. James Landry Haber as fancy family member Clem. Maya Hawke as Flower Child. Casting Highs Sundance. Victoria Pederiti as Lulu, who is Leslie Van Houten. Sydney Sweeney as Snake. Kansas Bullion is Blue, Dennis Harris is Angel, Harley Quinn Smith, the daughter of Kevin Smith as Froggy. Jesus Christ, did they just like cast every freaking member of the Manson family that
Dude, like 900 of those names didn't fucking matter, dude. Main characters, Sydney Sweeney, we're done here. We're good.
Kurt Russell's in this as like a Randy Miller and also the narrator. Zoe Bell is Janet Miller. And yeah, I think I basically got this.
You killed you murdered it. You didn't get it. You murdered it. We're good to go. Promise. You hit every single fucking member of every family ever.
God.
Christ almighty.
Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I guess Rite in fucking development now, finally. Jesus fucking Christ. I guess this was slowly developed over several years, and I wanted to basically make like a evoking idea of like a fairy tale in Hollywood as like a magnum opus, and worked out on it as like a novel, and then decided to put it to like a screenplay. And basically he kind of started writing it after he made like Death Proof. There are a couple of things that are definitely, well, I mean, a lot of the shit was like based in real life, but I think it's funny how like there's certain things that that end up happening in this that actually did happen in real life, such as somebody yelling at the Manson family for like, you know, having their car parked in the middle of the road. And other random shit like that, which we can probably get into likes and dislikes. God, I already spent way too much time in like the cast to begin with. If you're really interested in seeing like who would probably play who at each point, and you know who decided to back out, you can just read the Wikipedia thing. Also, spoiler alert, yes, Tarantino's in this, even though we didn't quote unquote really notice it. He just plays like a director of like a cigarette commercial. So that being said, we'll get into plot.
All right. The plot is basically just a shitty, like, dramatization of the Manson family murders using fake characters and a fake story to glorify the Manson family murders. I don't really have much more than that, to be honest. It's just kind of dumb.
I mean, I can basically say this. It basically portrays, you basically see, like, Sharon Tate just, I mean, Margot Robbie is Sharon Tate looking pretty, and you see, like, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio doing, like, acting stuff, and every once in a while they end up coming in contact with the Manson family, and then the two plots crisscross when the Manson family instead decides to go after Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio as opposed to Sharon Tate. Is that a little bit more detail? Because there isn't really a plot. It's just things happen. You know?
Please get into likes.
Okay. I like how there is a little bit of like tension eluding the Manson family. Like when you see like Sharon Tate in the movie theater, you see like a silhouette of like, you know, the three Manson girls like up front watching like the Sharon Tate movie. I also like how there are scenes of them being threatening, but also at the same time, like really showing the Manson family for what they were. And that was a bunch of burned out hippie fucking idiots. Because here's the funny thing. Everybody thinks that, mainly due to like a big famous book, that the Manson family murders happened because to start Helter Skelter. It was not the case. subsequent members that were involved in the Tate LaBianca murders have stated that it was actually to get another Manson family member out of prison who was in prison for murder. So basically, they were just trying to kill people at random and basically make it look like, hey, the murderer's still loose. You should totally let our family member out. Which, you know, totally is a well thought out idea and not on a bunch of hippie racist cultists on fucking acid. So I'm glad that, you know, they're basically kind of portrayed to be idiots. Also, the spoiler, the death of Susan Atkins in this film is very satisfying because as someone that was into like true crime in high school and stuff like that, I, you know, of course, you know, looked up this case and stuff, and I really was kind of disturbed and off put by the fact that Susan Atkins, while she turned state's witness before she like went back to like the Manson family, stated that while Sharon Tate was you know, while they were being attacked, she begged for her life for her like unborn child, and Susan Atkins just told her like, I have no sympathy for you, bitch, and stabbed her right in the stomach. And that being said, I'm glad that Susan Atkins died in prison from cancer, and I'm glad that in this movie she gets hit with a freaking flamethrower, because I think that's well deserved for someone stabbing a pregnant lady in her stomach, saying, you know, I have no sympathy for you, bitch. Also, we'll say this: I like the soundtrack, and I think the acting in this is actually pretty solid. Other than that, there's not really much.
Yeah, no, my only real likes on my list. Leo acted his ass off, dude. Like he was really good. I am consistently floored by his ability to add in character details that aren't necessary, but like really sell the idea that it is a character and he's not an actor.
Him and Brad Pitt definitely like steal the show.
And Brad Pitt kind of cemented it for me. Like I fully believe him to be a good actor, but this kind of cemented like, here's this shit part with nothing written into it and you still play a good character. I think the two of them in particular like really acted their ass off.
I also have to give props to Margot Robbie, even though she wasn't really given much to do, but she at least made like Sharon Tate very, very likable.
They could have made her a fucking cardboard cutout and it wouldn't have changed the fucking character. Fuck you mean props to Margot Robbie. Eat shit, Stallman. She could have been a cardboard fucking cutout, keeping the same goddamn position the whole fucking movie, and you wouldn't have noticed a fucking difference. Shit.
For the most part, yeah.
The whole movie, just shit. Yeah, I'm gonna run into fucking dislikes. You mentioned that the plot or the cost of this movie was between 90 and 96 million, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's 2/3 of that.
No, wait. Hold on. No, I don't think it was. Wait.
You said 90 to 96.
Oh, 90 to 90. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Where?
No, it's the fucking credit sequence to just roll it, because nobody fucking acted a fucking sentence in this goddamn movie other than Leo and Brad fucking Pitt, dude. Like there was 7 lines of dialogue that weren't the fucking 2 of them. So it was just so that they could have the film reel to roll through fucking 18 hours of fucking worthless credits from actors they didn't need to fucking hire. It's dog shit. I cannot imagine how much money they paid Margot Robbie to like, hey, wear this one singular fucking red dress. It stretches a little so we can pretend you're pregnant later. You get 4 lines of dialogue. Be good at it, I guess. Like, I can't imagine how much fucking money went into her pocket. Fucking stupid. Absolutely unreasonable.
Yeah. On top of that, like, this easily could have been like a short movie, and it would have worked even if you didn't have the Manson family. Like, the movie doesn't really start until like the Manson family like breaks into like breaks into like Leonardo DiCaprio's house.
And that's just it,
or, like,
man.
shows up on the street.
Is that
that's
like,
the only part that's actually like.
No, there's a 10-minute scene that's worth watching, and then it gets fucking wasted. And my whole thing is that like, this movie demands your awareness to all of the like social surroundings of the Manson family, right? Like if you lack the historical context of who the Manson family was, right? What they did and who they did it to, right? This movie's a complete and total fucking waste, right? And then
you have to know that.
and then even like as they take all of that and they force you to know all of that, then they just buck the trend, fight off the story, and make their own using historical context that you needed to understand the movie. Like, genuinely, as you say that they couldn't have included the Manson family, like, yeah, totally fine, right? But no. They made it very important that it was the Mansons and Sharon Tate so that they could kill somebody who wasn't fucking Sharon Tate to make a fucking point that Tarantino has his own fucking ideas. Fuck right off, dude. Like this, just every piece of execution of this was absolute fucking garbage. Hey, have a decade's worth of information as to who these people were and why and what they did, and then learn all of the details about all of the surrounding characters, and then take everything that you're forced to know and don't know it anymore. We're telling a different story with the same people eat shit. It's just fucking stupid, dude.
Here's the thing is that it's not gonna age well either. Like, granted, that, like, the Manson family murders and stuff like that were, you know, definitely, like, the, one of, like, was considered one of the first nails in the coffin of, like, the hippie era. It was, like, you know, a big, huge show trial, and it's been in the cultural lexicon for a while, but at the same time, this happened in 1969, and with Manson being dead, there isn't really that continual interviews of him just, like, acting all freaking weird and crazy just for, like, you know, a ratings boost. So it's like, eventually no one's gonna give a shit, and they're gonna watch this movie.
Dude, I think we already don't give a shit. I don't think we give a shit, dude. This was just film porn Manson family with Tarantino saying, I can still have an original idea without being able to make a single original fucking character. And it just failed at that poorly. Like it was horrible execution, dude. Like this movie is just dog shit start to finish.
It's also kind of like the worst. It takes also the worst aspects of, like, Pulp Fiction and just amplifies it.
The fucking anthology. Let's make 7 things that aren't fucking plots. If I jam them all together fast enough, you won't notice there isn't one. Fuck right off.
Also, hate the portrayal of Bruce Lee, because it is borderline racist. Like, it is basically Bruce Lee's a caricature in this, and he's also portrayed to be like a cocky son of a bitch. Even though, which Tarantino argues with Bruce Lee's family, going like, no, Bruce Lee was like that till he was humbled by Gene LaBelle. It's like, first of all, like, Gene LaBelle was put on there not because Bruce Lee disliked stunt people and, you know, had like a chip on his shoulder and thought he could beat up Cassius Clay. It's like, Bruce Lee numerous times has actually admitted that Cassius Clay would, like, kick his ass. Like, because Cassius Clay, you know, was a stronger fighter. On top of that, they brought they brought Gene LaBelle in as a stuntman for the Green Hornet, who ends up actually does end up getting into, like, fisticuffs with Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee had a habit out of, like, just because being kind of an amateur with, like, movies. This is before, like, his big film career. He would, like, you know, forget to, like, pull punches and stuff because he would just get so, like, amped up. And so they brought in Gene LaBelle thinking, like, maybe this would calm, like, you know, he'd be able to calm him down when they get into a fight, and then they become friends afterwards. While in this, it's, you know, just Brad Pitt just mocking Bruce Lee and then kicks the shit out of Bruce Lee. And on top of that, also just, like, various, like, you know, dumb, like, racist caricatures of what people, like, think of, like, Asian people applied to Bruce Lee. It's really, really, like, cringe.
Hard to disagree, but we also know Tarantino to be an outward racist, so. Yeah, fucker. Yeah, no, I just like there's so much of this wasted on the acting. Like I could even almost argue that Brad Pitt's character was wasted, but that's kind of because they wrote him a weird side plot to go to the Manson family farm and just to fuck off. Like it just like they didn't need such a good actor to play that part if they wrote a part that was appropriate to size. Margot Robbie was wasted. All of the fucking dude.
Oh, Dakota Fanning was even wasted.
Dude,
even
me of all people to say that fucking Sydney Sweeney was wasted on anything is a fucking travesty. But goddamn, if Tarantino didn't fucking do it. Shit.
Yeah, because there's actually quite a few people that I've actually... The reason why I stated a lot of people's names that were each member of the Manson family is that they all have Wikipedia pages. So that means all those people there that have like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue or just there for a scene, all freaking wasted.
It's just dumb. It's a piss poor plot. It's a piss poor execution to taking the historical elements into fiction. It's a shitty lack of a fucking plot in taking that historical fiction and dramatizing it. And man, look, the most egregious part of this whole movie is like Leo DiCaprio watches everyone he fucking knows get slaughtered. He's wasted off his fucking ass, and he goes next door and be like, "Man, did you see those kids? Yeah, I'll have a drink with the pregnant lady," and then just goes and fucking hangs out like there aren't cops, EMTs, and dead people in his fucking house. Fuck right off. This is the laziest pile of shit Tarantino's done. I hope he doesn't make a fucking last one, because I'm tired of his shit. This should be forced into early fucking retirement. Go fuck yourself, Tarantino.
Oh god. We finally made it to that point.
Fucking hell. He's pissed me off before, but goddamn, this was I hate that we chose to watch this on purpose.
I have only one positive, and that is I already said like the soundtrack. It's like I really like the Vanilla Fudge cover of like "You Keep Me Hanging On" by I think it's the Supremes. I liked how like the whole segment at the end like is to that, but like
it's all a fucking waste.
I'm literally trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit at this point.
Yeah.
That being said, I guess we'll go into rankings.
Okay, easy peasy, dead last, not worth watching. I would rather watch Death Proof 10 more fucking times in a row than this piece of shit. I was kind of on the fence about above or below Death Proof, because that's another fucking garbage movie, but now that I've talked myself into it, it's fucking dead last and it's not close.
Well, and here's the thing, like, I almost talked myself into that, but here's the issue, alright? See, here's the thing. Death Proof was short, and the part that's worth seeing comes earlier. However, there's better acting in this one.
Yeah, but there's a longer watchable part in Death Proof, and I didn't have to suffer for nearly as fucking long without a feasible plot line. Like, that's just all the more reason for you've talked me into it further.
Yeah, I mean, Death Proof does, I think, more when I think about it, I guess I am going to put this last, because you know why? Both have both have like a shit plot, and the acting's decent, but the only thing that Death Proof has over this is that it's shorter. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which, sorry that we're ending that on that bad note, but our next director, hopefully, well, should be an improvement, and we won't have as many ranting things, and that is going to be Sam Raimi.
I'm just happy to be done with Tarantino. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, individually, most of these movies I don't know that I would mind to see a second time. But goddamn, watching them all back to back, I'm tired of his fucking shit. And all I'm saying at this point is if Sam Raimi doesn't work out, if we start to feel this way fucking 12 weeks from now when we're done with Sam Raimi, we're never doing a director again. We'll just pick fucking gimmicks and do those over and over again, because I'm tired. I'm tired of fucking hating directors, dude.
Yeah, because, like, I remember, like, we were kind of, like, done a little bit kind of meh with, like, Bond tropes that we totally were like, oh, well, if we pick a director, we'll see, like, different types of movies and stuff. Then we realized that many directors have, like, specific things, and it gets really annoying, especially with, like, Tarantino, who makes it blaringly obvious of what his style is.
Feet
Like
Samuel L. Jackson, racism, and a lack of a fucking plot. And then once he's beat his dick enough to that, he's like, "What if I beat myself off to myself beating off to these things?" And just remakes his own fucking movies. Pile of fucking garbage. Tired of his fucking shit.
Yeah. So, well, we're probably not. Well, the next movie is going to be Sam Raimi's It's Murder, which is amateur film. So that's totally going to be an improvement from this. Maybe.
Fucking hell.
At least it's an at least it's an amateur film. You can't give someone too.
I just need a win here, Stallman. Like a win.
Well, the second movie is The Evil Dead, so you got one win out of that. Just probably not the next one.
Fucking shit.
Oh.
All right. Well, as always, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you hanging out, even if all of these were fucking garbage. Yeah, like Stallman said, we'll be starting Sam Raimi. I think there's a week gap between when this one posts and when the Sam Raimi ones will post. So if you're seeing this, we won't have a YouTube episode next week. We'll do one the week after. But you can hop in on Discord on Mondays and watch movies with us whenever Stallman's fucking on time. If you're interested in the rest of
with this time of the year, it's kind of rough.
I'm just giving him shit. It's our favorite trope. Every director may have their own tropes. Our trope is Stallman is running late. Anyway, you can check out the rest of our content on the YouTube. You can also check us out individually on our Twitch accounts. Stallman at Traductus, myself at Ted Green Eagles. If this isn't the record for the counter, we got damn near close. So please enjoy the video watching audience.
Drained my brain.
Right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you here in a couple weeks. Adios.
Later.